Hey guys, this is Vu here. So last time I made a video that showed that in certain market conditions, you could actually outperform the S&P 500 by selling whenever the stock market jumps up 3% or more within a day. And so that got me thinking, are there any other non-parametric methods that allow you to outperform the buy and hold strategy? And so story time, a few years ago, around November, I lost a lot of money within the stock market. And I thought about it and I was like, should I have sold at the beginning of November and rebought in December? Does time of the year, depending on which month, does that matter? So are there better months that you can buy, and are there better months that you can sell? The other thing is, are there days of the week that are really good to buy and sell? And so today we're going to take a look right now. Is the data for day of the week. We're going to start off with day of the week, and the data we're going to look at is from 1990 to 2016. So 26 years of data, and our initial cash is $10,000. And so we're going to do a grid search for the days of the week. So there are 5 days in the week that you can buy, and there are 5 days of the week that you can sell. So there's 25 combinations. And in here, if we take a look, the best performing combination is if you buy on Monday and sell on Friday. And so, and you buy in the morning, so when the stock market opens, and then you sell in the morning when the stock market opens. So in here, the best strategy is the returns is 262%. So if you were to buy with $10,000, you would increase your value by 262% to about $36,000. But does this actually outperform the buy and hold strategy? Turns out no. The buy and hold strategy actually returns 302%. So you're underperforming by about 39 to 40%. In fact, there's 0 combinations that actually outperform the buy and hold strategy. So buy and hold strategy is really good, and day of the week does not outperform it. What about month of the year? So in here, there are 12 months in the year that you can buy and 12 months of the year that you could sell. So there's 144 combinations. And the best performing combinations that we're going to test out, our data set is actually going to be from 1986 to 2016, so 30 years of data. And the best performing is actually selling in August and then rebuying in October. So we can kind of see that October is a very good month within the middle to buy, and then selling is between May to August, so with August being the best month. And so in here, it looks like the returns for August is 835%. So within this 30-year timeline. And for July is 722%. So if you look at August, it actually outperforms the buy and hold strategy by 200%. Buy and hold strategy returns 634%. So your $10,000 becomes $73,000 after 30 years. But your strategy returns $93,000. And so when we do the test, it turns out there's 11 combinations that actually outperform the buy and hold strategy. And so the best one is buy in October, sell in August, buy in September, sell in August, buy October, sell in June, and so on. And so that's really good, right? So do we have a good strategy? So now we're going to have to test it. And so this data right here, we are going to test from 2016 to 2026, so 10 years of data. But first, when we look at our charts for the beginning 30 years, in the black is the buy and hold strategy, and in the in the orange is our strategy, the best strategy that we have, and it outperforms it by about $20,000. So let's take a look at our testing data set. And so in here, this is based off the 10 years of data for our testing data set. And so if we look at August, it actually, we don't actually see August anymore. Excuse me, sorry, give me 1 second. We actually don't see August anymore, and now we see April down here. So what this kind of shows us is that our strategy, even though we took a look at the 30 years, the first 30 years, and it was really good, it's not validating very well. And we're seeing new months outperforming it. And so these strategies, it looks like there's only 4 strategies in our testing data set. And they're all by, so April, October, and May. And so, and we don't see anything for buying in August or selling in August. And so our sell months over here, we don't sell anything in August, and we don't see the buys in October like we did earlier. So our previous best strategy is actually underperforming against the buy and hold strategy by 16%. And so this is the better strategy now for the past 10 years. And so what this shows me is that strategies that have worked in the past don't translate well into the future. So the market kind of exhibits a random walk. When we look at hedge funds that do very well in the past, let's say 20 years, and then a lot of people want to invest in those hedge funds, but after investing and waiting another 10 years, we kind of see that the hedge funds that previously do very well do not do well in the future, and they have trouble actually outperforming the S&P 500. And so it shows like that strategies have to change. The market kind of exhibits random walk. A lot of the things that worked previously do not work like in the future. And people incorporate new models, new techniques, new data that help them. And so it's stiff competition, and then which makes a lot of the strategies of previous not work for the future. I hope you guys found this video insightful. My name is Vu. I hope you like and subscribe if you thought it was insightful. Bye, guys.